login.html. Which type of request is passing? Get type. Get type request passed. We got it. Login.html. I'll type username AAA, password AAA. When I click on submit button, request passed to login solid. Which type of request passed? Which type? How do you know that is post? In that program, method equal to post we written. In that program, already we written method equal to post. Okay. Say in this program, already we written method equal to post. Okay. Method equal to post. Post type request passed. Post type request. See, in the login.html, here method equal to post is there. So whenever you click on submit button, post type request passed to login solid. Post type request passed to login solid. Login solid program executed. After executing, it is control redirected to which solid? Welcome solid. Control redirected to welcome solid. Now, is it same request passed or new request passing? New request. New request means which type request? Get type or post type? Get type. That's what in welcome solid do get required. But in a login solid, which type? Do post. But in welcome solid, which type? Do get. If I write here post, is it executed? No. Method get not executed by this URL. Some error message came no. So here which type of request passed? If I click on submit button, get type post type request passed to login solid. That is redirected to welcome solid. While redirecting get type request passed. That is the reason it is compulsory do get required. Yesterday I have shown. Okay. See. Now you are getting welcome null. Welcome null. But in redirecting, data will not come. To bring the data, we are going to use session tracking. To bring the data. Now we are going to use session tracking mechanism. Okay. This is I given yesterday. So in forwarding, redirecting, there is a difference. Suppose it is browser. Here it is one solid, it is one solid. Now suppose it is login solid, it is welcome solid. Okay. Suppose from HTML page request comes to login solid. Here if I write forward, request passed to welcome solid. Okay. That response comes. But in redirecting, it's a different. In redirecting, it is a different. In redirecting, it is different. Login solid, welcome solid. Now, from here, request passed to login solid. It is executed, controlled, redirected to welcome solid through browser. Like this, new request comes. Then it is executed, it will come here. Now, this is forwarding concept. This is forwarding concept. This is redirecting concept. Redirecting concept. Now, login solid request passed to welcome solid. That means same request coming or new request coming? Same request. Same request is coming. Here already post type request was there. That post type request only comes. In this welcome solid, do post here right. Now, is it same request coming or new request coming? New request. This request vanished here itself. New request comes from browser. Then which type of request coming? Get type. That's what in welcome solid, which method required? Do get method required. Okay. So while writing forwarding in login solid, do post. welcome solid, do post. But while writing redirecting, login solid, do post. Welcome solid, do get. Like that we return. Here, method equal to post is there, then only do post. Remaining all situations, do get. Okay. If method equal to post is there, do post. Same type request if you pass to next solid, again do post. New request means again do get. This is, you remember, do get, do post, when we have to use do get, when we have to use do post. That type screenshots also people are sending to my mail ID. Then what should I do? That is only method name. Different error screenshot. They are not listening first of all. First, listening is most important. And connection equal to null. Already given, I told no. Even you observe in PDF files, Sowlet 1 PDF, Sowlet 2 PDF, Sowlet 3 PDF. Screenshots also shared no. Path setting, Java P setting also, Sowlet API setting also, step by step screenshots also shared in PDF files. Same programs they are copying, but it is not possible for them. Reason, not listening. That is only reason. Because same programs also I am sending in Google Classroom. Maybe some examples somewhat different will be there. Already predefined, I posted. But a coding is same, no? Task is same, no? That is, if you listen with concentration, you can do it. Because every word you cannot write. That's what listening is most important. Like resource not found, HTTP status 404 not found. That reason, many reasons will be there. URL pattern not matched. That error comes. Capital letter, small letter mistake is there. Same error comes. And package name if you don't write in XML, same error comes. And XML configuration not there, and this annotation configuration also not there. Then also same error comes. Many reasons, same error comes. You are getting 404 not found. That is your mistake only. That is your mistake only. And you are getting blank page. Output also not coming. That is your mistake only. Your parameters not matched. Then that error, that blank page comes. Connection equal to null. Null pointer exception. That is your mistake only. That may be local variable place instance variable place local variable. Same error comes. And OJDBC not deployed. Same error comes. But deployed still you are getting error. Capital letter, small letter also same error. Same error comes definitely. So you are getting one error means for that 10 plus reasons will be there. 10 plus reasons. Suppose if problem is server, problem is browser, problem is Eclipse, that is you cannot solve. But problem with your coding means you can, if you listen with concentration, you can solve, no? If you listen with concentration, you can solve that type of errors. 404 error only, 10 plus reasons will be there. And 505 internal error also, so many reasons will be there. Null pointer exception also, many reasons will be there. That is your coding mistake only. But after deploying also error coming, after setting class path also error coming. After setting class path also, capital letter, small letter mistakes are there, same error comes. I deploy, so you have seen yesterday. With the browser also problem came, no? I closed browser, I changed browser, still not recognized. I started server, again I restarted server, same again we got error, no? And later Eclipse I restarted. Then it is work, no? You have seen that example also you have seen. Sometimes happen. The servers, browsers, these all like a softwares, somewhat little slow will be there. It is not real-time server, no? Sometimes little slow will be there. It may not recognize. Old program only may execute again. Already in the memory, cache memory, whatever is there, that may be executed instead of new request. Sometimes happen. Yesterday for showing that output 3-4 times I executed program, no? Okay. 3-4 times
Recording in progress.
3-4 times I have shown that execution purpose. First I changed browser, no reason, no effect. I restarted server, no effect. I restarted Eclipse. Then you have seen the difference. Without modifying single character, that program 3-4 times executed. Sometimes happen, you do that one also. Everything is correct, but you are getting error. Do it like this also. Change the browser, restart the server, open the Eclipse again, restart Eclipse, or change the Eclipse workspace. That experience also required, that knowledge also required. It is important. For every error, if you depend on me, if you depend on lab faculties, you will not get a subject. Try to solve. What is the problem? From the beginning, already the execution process, whenever you write the code in the address bar until you get a welcome output, that process I explained, no? Welcome program, first program. That process you continue. You will get it answer. Where is a mistake? Find out. That knowledge is also required. But now only if you do like this, later frameworks will be there. Frameworks, how will do? Frameworks, so many integrations will be there. Spring framework, Spring Boot framework, microservice. At that time, many integrations will be there. You are going to learn tools also. See, here, file, new. Here, every day I'm opening dynamic web project. But here you observe Maven project, enterprise application project, EJB project, connector project, application kind project. These all there, no? Those all you are going to learn further. Development tools. With that, we'll configure. That is one more type of application. Present in advanced Java, every day I'm using dynamic web project. But there are so many other, no? Those all you will learn. Then at that time, more integrations will be there. Now, this is only you are not able to do means, later how will do? You have to put efforts, you have to work hard. So, each and every point I'm explaining, the execution flow also I'm explaining. Even while teaching advanced Java, core Java concepts also I'm explaining. You know, while teaching JDBC first program, while teaching Solid first program, core Java concepts also explained. Again, I repeat it. You have to put efforts, you have to work hard. That is your duty. Self-learning skills also required. Self-learning skills also required. After getting a job, team leader will give one task. Will you get it in my notes? No. Will you get it in Java books? No. Then how to do? The way you are learning, with your knowledge only how to do. With your knowledge only how to do. So, you are learning only the way. With that knowledge, any program you should be able to do. That type skills required. That type skills you have to improve. But everyone target is MNC job. But they don't want to work hard. Put efforts, work hard. Then you will reach your target. Later you can enjoy job also. If you have a coding skills, then only programming you can enjoy. Otherwise, programming you cannot enjoy otherwise. Okay? Otherwise, without coding also software tools are there. That is separate courses. Single line code also no need to write. Point and click, drag and drop. That type tools also are there. No? But growth will not be there. In coding only growth will be there. In your software industry, with coding, you are able to write programs means coding tools, anything you can do it in software company. If they assign any type of work, you can do it. If you are perfect in coding. But coding not easy. Depends upon practice comes. Depends upon practice. The execution process, whenever we type in the address bar one URL, whenever we type in the address bar one URL, until you get a response to here, what is happened? Complete process you should follow. See, for example, 1 minute. Now see here. Here, what I'll do, see here. Right click. See in this program, you observe. In this program, you observe total 3 solids: login solid, registration solid, welcome solid. Here, how many HTML? 3 HTML, 1 XML. Total 7 programs are there. 7 programs. But when I run 7 programs executed, but the execution flow, see, right click, run on server. Now here, I am typing homepage.html. Then homepage.html executed. Homepage.html executed. In the homepage.html, if you click here login.html, if you click here registration.html, then homepage.html program here. Login is a hyperlink, registration is a hyperlink. Now, homepage.html to login.html, homepage.html to registration.html, this is. These file names, they must match, no? Here I written login.html. Here I written reg.html. Suppose in the file program registration.html you saved. Will it work? No. That means first these two, their file names must match. Must match. Suppose you clicked on registration, reg.html. reg.html. Now here you are going to type user first name, last name, username, password. You will click submit button. In that program, say reg.html program. reg.html. Here, whenever you click on submit button, this action equal to reg. What is reg? URL pattern of registration solid. This should match in the XML file, no? See, in the XML file, here, that reg must match. Here reg matched. Then this registration must match. Here, if we remove package name, it doesn't work because already it is in a package. Then login package registration solid program executed. Login the package registration solid. Registration solid. In this registration solid, again, what will happen? Object created, memory allocated. Okay. Here init method called. Init method called. Here this config must match, no? This sc must match, no? This driver, URL, username, password, these all already we configured in XML. Here, this driver, this URL, this username, this password must match, no? Now, this driver, this URL, this username, this password must be properly. That is also. Here, small letter you write. Will it work? No. Here, capital letter written. Will it work? So, these all must match. After that, here, again, here do post method called. Here, f name, l name, u name, p word. It in HTML must match, no? Like that, how many places these all must match? So many will be then. 6 programs, 1 XML file, 1 table. These all, each and everything you have to check. Even these programs also I shared in Google Classroom. 7 programs, XML file also shared. But still you are unable to do, means later how will do? At least copy first program, my program as it is, copy, check it output first. That is also not coming. My programs also I shared in screenshots. Program code also I shared. Same programs as it is deployed. It will not work. That means you are not listening. It's happening. Same program code also I shared in Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, login and registration application. 7 programs also shared. The programs copy paste also errors coming. That means copy paste also not easy. After getting job, copy paste only will do. But is it easy? No. For that one also some knowledge required. Okay. After getting a job, people will do copy paste only. Right or wrong, you check it out. Every day they'll open Google. They'll copy, later they'll paste in their application. But many errors comes. To solve that errors also, half day it will take, 1 day it will take. It will happen. There you cannot skip also. Suppose 5-6 times you'll try here. If you don't get, you'll skip. But there, can you skip? Until completion, you cannot skip. Otherwise, you have to resign the job or they'll remove. Then only you can skip. Until completion of the task, you cannot skip. While developing projects, some issues comes that to solve that issue, 1 week also it will take. 1 week also it will take one small issue sometimes, but we cannot skip. That too, that project is only not one person. Thousands of people working together for one project also. At that time, other people code also you have to check. That type problems also comes. Here, everything you written by you are unable to check. This is happening. You have to put efforts, not so easy. But writing advanced Java program very easy as compared to core Java. Here no logic, nothing, only library. But checking parameters, where it has to match, where it has to same record, different record, that is you have to concentrate. That's it. It is nothing. Here, homepage.html to registration.html. The link must match. URL pattern in XML must match. Configuration parameter, context parameters must match. Again, HTML request parameters must match. After that, table field names must match. These all just 5-10 fields. If you concentrate, you'll get it. But that error, null pointer exception. Null pointer exception, when it comes, if object is not there, null pointer exception comes. But object is there. That is not accessible, local variable. How can you access? Null pointer exception comes. And a few people, what they are doing is, ear connection, they'll write. Ear connection con. Ear connection con. Ear also connection con. They'll write. Now, this connection is local variable. This connection is instance variable. Now, which connection is initialized? Local variable initialized. But instance variable null only, no? Null pointer exception. Now, suppose ear connection you didn't write. Now, which is initialized? Instance variable initialized. It works. But still null pointer exception. But that JDBC, that driver jar file required, that is if it is not attached, error comes. Suppose sometimes server you have to restart. Server you may not restart. Everything is right, but it is not working. Restart the server. Restart the Eclipse. Sometimes it may not recognize immediately. Sometimes you observe, here all error appears, program will run successfully. That type also happened. You check it in Eclipse. That type of problems comes. Here continuously error shows, but program is running. That in recognizing late. That type also happening. These all you have to concentrate, you have to put efforts, you have to work hard. First of all, you should have an interest. Interest is there possible. Interest is not there, learning is not possible. You should be very active and you should have an interest to learn subject. That is important. So you should have an interest to learn subject first of all. You should have an interest to learn subject. Interest is not there. N number of days you learn, it is no use. Forcibly, suppose with your parents' force if you learn and my force if you learn, it is not possible. You should have an interest to learn subject. You should be active also. While teaching, if you are thinking outside, you are using mobile, you are thinking outside, like that, no use. then also wasted. Only writing notes, not enough. See, same programs also people are unable to copy. What is the use of writing notes? Same, my programs also I shared. As it is, they are unable to copy, unable to execute. Then what is the use of class? You observe. Okay, while typing, you may do mistake, but programs I shared screenshot. These programs only copied, I shared in Google Classroom. Then also you are unable to do means that is your mistake only, no? So you need to put efforts, you have to work hard. Then only possible. As compared to core Java, as compared to C language, advanced Java is nothing. Same type of coding. You observe. Now, it can be bank application, it can be insurance application, it can be online examination application, online shopping application, forwarding, including redirecting, same code will write. Different will not be there. Library method calling. Application may be different, but implementation style is same. So, while executing program, whenever you type a URL pattern in address bar, until you get a response, each and every line you check it out. Then only you'll get a knowledge. If error comes, try to solve yourself. Whatever you listen class, based on that, you can solve. Still 4-5 times you tried with different types. Eclipse restarted and server restarted. Browser changed. Still coding also everything is clear. Still you are getting error means you mail to my mail ID. Otherwise go to lab. Lab faculties also will guide you. But at least 4-5 times you try. Then only you'll get experience. So self-learning skills also required. You should be able to solve that errors. That type knowledge also required. Okay. Now, see here, which type of request coming to welcome solid? Now, here login, I'll type username AAA, password AAA. If I click on submit button, you are getting welcome null. Okay. Now, here, which type of request came to welcome solid? Get type or post type? Get type. Suppose if I write do post there, will it work? No. But when I click on submit button, which type of request passed to login solid? Post. But login solid to welcome solid redirecting. Is it same request passed or new request? New request means which type request? Get type. Then which type method required? Do get method required. Do get method. Okay. But it can be do get or do post, but you are not getting data. Okay. Now that depends upon request. We have to write the code, but you are not getting data. To get the data, we required session tracking method, session tracking concept. Yesterday I given. What is session? A session is a time period between login and logout. See, session tracking. First session, later tracking. A session is a time period between login and logout. Whenever you log in until you log out, that much time period is called one session. That may be 1 minute, that may be off minute, that may be 2 minutes, that may be 2 days also. It is called one session. That much time period, some data maintained, that is called session tracking. So, a session tracking is a mechanism that solids use to maintain client state information about a series of requests from the same user across some time period. What is this one is? See here, client system server system. Very first time, you'll type username, you'll type password. Then request password. Your mailbox comes. Next time onwards, you're not going to type username, password. You are going to click the hyperlinks only. Spam hyperlink, trash hyperlink, logout hyperlink. Like that, you are going to click. But until you log out, your username, password stored somewhere. That mechanism is called session tracking mechanism. Whenever you open online shopping, some books, some items you'll select, you'll add to cart. Until you pay the money, your items are stored in a cart, no? That is also session tracking. Your items are maintained. Whenever you logged in, whenever you add it to cart, until you pay the money or until you remove from cart, items are going to be stored somewhere. That is session tracking. Whenever you write online exams, whenever you start exam, until you get a result, your answers are stored. Your examination ID is stored until you log out. That is called session tracking. Different application, different types will be there. But at last, writing program is same. Writing program is same. Okay. Same. Yesterday I explained about session tracking with one diagram. One ID created, ID password, client system to server system to client system. I explained. No? Now, suppose online examination will start. Online examination will start. First question he'll write, second question he'll write, third question he'll write. Suppose exam 40 questions are there. 39 questions you written very well. All answers are right almost. Last question you have to give answer. Maybe in your computer, RAM problem or Windows problem or keyboard problem or mouse problem or power failure, some disturbance happened. 39 questions you given right answers. Last only one question you have to give answer. But some problem occurred in your system. Maybe system is hanged. System is hanged means compulsory you have to restart, no? You cannot solve. But already 39 questions you given right answers. Nothing will happen. Session is running in server. Okay. Whenever you restart your system or whenever power comes, open mail ID. With that mail ID, they'll send session ID. That ID in that examination website you type, then 39 questions, 40 questions started. Again, no need to write from the beginning. That is also session tracking. Online shopping also session tracking. Username, password maintaining also session tracking. This session tracking mechanism required. If the session tracking mechanism is not there, every page you have to type username, password. Every time. Suppose you'll open Gmail, you'll open inbox. For inbox purpose, you type out username, password. Again, if you click spam, again you have to type username, password. Again, if you click back inbox, again username, password. Every page username, password you have to type. Are you typing like that? No. Once if you log in until you log out, your username, password stored in server. Because of session tracking, it is working. If session tracking was not there, every page you have to type username, password. And even every shopping item, you have to write username, password. Always you have to write. Because of session tracking, you are not typing username, password again and again. Until you log out, it is maintained. That mechanism is called session tracking mechanism. Some applications, client state information. Some application examination ID is a client state information. Some application username, password is a session client state information. Some application shopping items. Some application policy number. Some application account number. Different will be there. So I given yesterday this is also. A client state information can be username, password, examination ID, shopping items, okay, account number, like this, dash, etc. So many, a number of you can write, policy number, account number, different application, different type. But here, why this mechanism is required? Our predefined software protocol, HTTP protocol, it is stateless protocol. it doesn't maintain the state. That's what we have to write. See, suppose from client system, you'll send the request to open inbox. Next time, you'll send the request to spam box. Next time, you'll send the request to trash box. Again, you'll send the request to inbox. While typing, sending request, protocol doesn't know it is first request or second request or third request, fourth request, because it is not maintaining. About this client, data is not maintained. Who is clicking also it doesn't know, and is it first request or second request also doesn't know. If it is knows, programmer no need to write session tracking. If it is knows, programmer no need to write. But why that software is not developed like that? If it is not developed like that, why if it is developed like that, also problem is there. See, whenever you send request, until you get a response, this connection only for that client, that server, that slot is wasted. Until you get a response, you cannot perform other operation. That type of problems comes. See, for example, you will send one SMS, one message, WhatsApp message to your friend. Your friend is not replying. What will do? One more request will send. One more will send. You can send no? Suppose one request will send. Until you give a friend message, you cannot send one more message. That type of problems. Like that. Dedicated line. Dedicated line, slot wasted, memory wasted, performance wasted, process wasted. That is the reason protocols will not maintain. Protocol just your request and also response. Whether response coming or not, it doesn't do. And your response comes to client system. That's it. It is just it bring that response. It will send the request. That type only it works. But whether it is first request or second request or third request or last request, it doesn't know. About client, it doesn't know. Whatever you give an instruction, it is hand over to server. That's it. That is the reason this mechanism required. Okay. Just write it. HTTP protocol is a stateless protocol. And it does not maintain client state information. HTTP protocol is a stateless protocol and it does not maintain client state information. So we require this mechanism to maintain client state information. That means client status. There are 4 session tracking methods. First one, cookies. Second one, URL rewriting. Third one, HTTP sessions. Fourth one, hidden form fields. There are 4 session tracking methods. First one, cookies. Second one, URL rewriting. Third one, HTTP sessions. Fourth one, hidden form fields. There are 4 session tracking methods. First one, cookies. Second one, URL rewriting. Third one, HTTP sessions. Fourth one, hidden form fields. So session tracking methods, 4 methods are there. Cookies, URL rewriting, HTTP sessions, hidden form fields. 4 session tracking methods. So whenever you click on login until you click on logout, that much time period about client, some data maintained. That is client state information. That is client state information. That particular client, username, password maintained. That particular client, shopping items maintained. That particular client, examination ID maintained. That particular client, policy number maintained. That particular client, account number may be maintained. Different application words will be different, but writing Solid program is same. Okay. There are 4 session tracking methods. To maintain that one, 4 methods are there. Now, each method, when we have to use first method, when we have to use second method, what are the advantage, disadvantage, everything, I'll explain. First one, cookies. A cookie is a piece of information stored at server side, stored at client side to maintain client state information. A cookie is a piece of information stored at client side to maintain client state information. A cookie is a piece of information stored at client side to maintain client state information. So cookie nothing but client side some memory. Client side memory, that is called cookie. To maintain client state information, some memory allocated in browser. That memory called cookie. That memory called cookie. Your shopping items, these are whatever you want, you can maintain. 4 different session tracking methods are there. Each session tracking method program you'll see. So 4 programs you'll study. And 4 programs, what is the difference also you'll study. When we have to use cookies, when we have to use URL rating, each and everything you'll see. Okay. First, a cookie is a piece of information stored at client side to maintain client state information. Now, first one program I'll teach. Okay. Say, for example, online shopping application I'll take. Say, suppose shopping items. For example, I'll take Java books. Java books. Here, first one Java book, Java to complete reference. One more Java book, head first Java. One more Java book, it is checkbox I'm giving, checkboxes. Okay. SCJP by Kathy Sira. These are the Java books. Now, here one submit button, here reset button. Submit button, reset button. It is HTML. It is books.html. It's on program. Now, what we will do is from browser. It is server, web server. From browser, web client. From browser, you'll send the request to server. From browser, you'll send the request to server to get homepage.html, to get books.html. Okay. From web client, you'll send the request to books.html. Here, this page comes. After getting this page, you'll select like this, client to server request comes. HTTP request. Server to client response comes. It is HTTP response. No. Client to server, server to client. No. From client system, you'll send the request to this program. This program output comes. You'll select two books, suppose. Java 2 complete reference selected. SCJP by Kathy Sierra selected, suppose. Suppose you selected two books. When you click on submit button, one solid program. Suppose this solid program is set cookie. Set cookie on program. Okay. Now, whatever you selected books received. Whatever you selected books, whatever you selected, these all received. This data I'll store in browser memory, here stored. That is only cookie. Here items are maintained. Now, here what I'll do on message, your books are added to cart. On message, your books are added to cart. Now, after that, next hyperlink. Next hyperlink, if I click, one more category of items. One more categories of items. After that, we'll select one more category of item. Again, your items are added to cart. Next hyperlink. Again, one more category. Again, one more category. N number of categories you can write. Otherwise, first you can write categories list. If you click mobiles, mobile category. If you click laptops, laptop category. If you click Java books category. Like this, you will add to client system. At last, whenever you open payment page, nothing but all books we have to retry, whatever you selected. Now, get cookie. It is another program, get cookie. Now, selected books. Whatever you selected, those all books, it will be retrieved from client system. What's displayed? Those books are displayed. Now, here, client server to client, it will be added. Client to server, it will be retrieved. Now, n number of categories of items you can write. Writing program code is same. Now, one category I'm showing. You can make it n number of categories. Books also, mobiles also, laptops also, what are the items you want? All you can create. But at last, writing program style is same. But the same style, payment gateway, those all required means with advanced Java not possible. J2EE also you have to learn. Web services required. Then same like a payment gateway also you can attach. Okay. Present here, what I'll do, I'll send the request to HTML program. Here we'll select the books. We'll click on submit button. Whatever you selected received by set cookie. These two books are stored in client system. And whenever you click on next hyperlink, these books are retrieved from client system. Like this, n number of categories of books you can store in client memory. All you can retrieve whenever you open payment page. That is. Write this one. What happened? You are not listening. 4-5 members while teaching, I observed. You are not listening. That is first day only I said. Listening is highest priority. Advanced Java demo class only said. Online students, end of the session, I'll clarify your doubts. Listen the class. Listen the class, write the notes. Is it over? Say from client system, we are sending request to books.html. Then HTML program comes to browser, executed in browser. You will get the output like this. After getting, you are going to select either one book or two books or three books. After that, you'll click on submit button. Whenever you click on submit button, set cookie program is going to be executed. This program will receive whatever you selected books. Selected books, we are adding to client system. Then your books are added to cart message. After that, next hyperlink. If you click on next hyperlink, here, get cookie program executed. This program will retrieve the books from client system. Now, one category I am giving. Now, suppose 10 categories of items are there. 10 categories of items. Then 10 HTML pages, 10 set cookie type programs, 1 get cookie program. Because all added to client, at last you have to bring from client. You have to retrieve from client system. Okay. So this type of query programs, HTML programs, n number of, it's set cookie, n number of, get cookie only 1. Whatever you selected, you have to retrieve. Okay. So books.html, every category one item, one HTML, every category one set cookie, but all categories only one get cookie. At last, it will bring the data. That's it. It's a well opening payment page at the time. Okay. After getting this data, that book price, quantity, total, grand total, these all you can add it later. You can retrieve the book price from database. You can display total. You can calculate. Same like a payment gateway means web service also you have to learn. Then you can attach payment gateway here. Possible. See, this is you are going to see how to add to client system, how to retrieve from client system. That is you will learn. Once if you know this one, later you can apply this technique anywhere. Any session tracking program you can apply. That is you are going to learn. For this one, it's core Java knowledge record again. Core Java knowledge. What is that? I'll explain. Core Java knowledge record for this. The book is selected or not selected, we required. Because in HTML program, what is happening, just you observe. This program, what will happen, see, these all items comes here. Whether selected or not selected, we have to check it out. Whether it is selected or not selected. Now here check boxes we are going to type. We are here, if previous program what you have seen, first name, last name, username, password, we type data. But we are not going to type the data. You are going to select the checkbox. Whenever you select here, then value passed. If it is not selected, null passed. Selected means value comes. Not selected means null comes. If it is not equal to null, you can add to client system. If it is equals to null, you should not add. For checking null, some code required. That is core Java. No. First, that core Java concept I'll cover. How many people will give answer? I'll check it out. First, I'll ask question. Give me answer. String S1 equal to null. String S2 equal to null. Whatever you know, give me answer. Both are same or different? Both are same or different? Same also they are giving, different also they are giving. Okay. How many people answer same? What happened? 1, 2 members I heard. No one is there? Online students? Online students are there. You also I heard 2 members given answer same. But they didn't raise hand. Again, here also 5 members this raised hand, again changed. Now, how many people answer different? So all are different only? Okay. Online students? See, out of 358 students, how many they'll give answer, you see? See, out of 358, 77, 82. If I wait also, maximum 100. So, even not only this question, whether they are listening or not listening, if I ask also, 358 will not come. Not Java question. See, those are listening, just raise your hand. Online students, those are listening, just raise your hand. 358 will not come. Those are listening, raise your hand. See, you observe. So 200 also not reached. That is their responsibility. But at least in a offline students also not listening, you observe. They are coming to Amirpet, but again they are not listening. Already I told, while giving a diagram also they didn't listen. Again now they are not listening. My eyes on everyone. Online student means I cannot see, but offline students I can see, no? See, here string S1 equal to null, string S2 equal to null. Okay. It is not same. Not same. What's the difference? Give me answer. Whatever you know, that will give answer. What are the differences you identified? This is string literal. Object created in string constant pool. Here, object is not created. Okay. Any other? What they said is, the here object created in string constant pool. Here object not created. They said. Any other? Whatever you know, give me answer. Online students also given answers. Now give me answer. Only one difference is there. This is, it is string. It is, that is null only, this is null only, but what is the difference? It is string literal. Okay, it is, what is this? It is also one literal, no? Which literal? Null literal. How many categories of literals are there? How many? 6. 6 categories of literals are there. What are those? Integer literals, floating point literals, character literals, string literals, Boolean literals. One more, object literal. It is string literal. It is object literal. Here object created. Here object not created. Now next, any other? What is it? Your answer, right or wrong? Give me answer. Whatever you said, say here object created. Here object not created. That is right answer. It is string literal. It is object literal. Right answer. Any other? S1. S1 if you print, output is null. S2 if you print, null pointer exception. Okay. S2 also prints null only. Next, that is string literal printed, here object literal printed. Next. What S1 contains? What S1 contains? What S1 contains, what S2 contains? Both are null contains? No. S1 contains hash code. S2 contains null. But if you print S1 also null comes, S2 also null comes, because here two string method called. Here two string method not called. Two string method I have remembered or forgot? Which is default package in Java? Java.lang. Which is default class? Object class. Which is default method? ToString. Here ToString method called. With that this null printed. Here ToString method not called. It contains null. That is printed. Lot of difference is there. Not same. If you write like this, what will be happen is, here one object created in string constant pool. That object contains null. That object contains null. This object referred by S1. This S1 contains hash code. It is called string literal. Here S2 contains null. Here no hash code. S2 contains null. Here S1 contains hash code. That hash code refers string object. Now every string literal itself an object of string class. Every string literal itself an object of string class. Here object created. Here object not created. Because it is not a object, it is not a string literal. It is object literal. It is string literal. But here, if you print output null, output, but what it contains? Hash code. But output null comes because of ToString method. But here also output null only comes. But if you call here method called, here if you call method error, null pointer exception. If you call the method null pointer exception. If you don't call, no error. If you don't call, if you try to call, error. Because your object is not there. Now our task is whether here null is there or not null is there. I want to check. How to check? Now whether this object contains null or not null. How to check? Dot equals method. Equals method equals operator. Difference is there, no? What's the difference between equals method and equals operator? Equals method checks the content of object. Equals operator hash code. Equals method checks the content of object. Equals operator checks the hash code. That is string class equals method only. But again, object class equals method, it will check the hash code. Now, first here, string s1 equal to null. It is string literal. String s2 equal to null. It is object literal. It is the first difference. Okay. Now, you write this one first of all. Write this one. Here implicitly two string will be there. Here implicitly also s2 only. Two string will not be there. So string s1 equal to null. It is called string literal. String s2 equal to null. It is called object literal. Every string literal itself an object. So memory allocated here object, in that object null will be stored. This object hash code stored here. Here object is not there. Null only stored in s2 place. If you print dot to string method called this null printed. Here if you print this null only printed. But here output is string literal. Here output is object literal. It is not same. Not same. Is it over? Now I'll give one more. Here boolean b equal to s1 dot equals null. If I write, what will be happen? If I write boolean b equal to s1 dot equals null. Now equals method, where it will check? Inside the object. Inside the object. Null is there. Null dot equals null. True or false? True. So boolean b value true. See, if you print here system dot out dot println b, what is the output comes? True. Same code if I write here boolean b equal to s1 dot s2 dot equals null, what will happen? How many people answer false? That means these many students not listening. Already I told, how can you call method? Null pointer exception comes, I said no. Method, if you call, you will get a null pointer exception. Object is not there. Equals method, where it will check inside the object. Object is there? No. Then what will happen? Null pointer exception. So here error comes. Null pointer exception. It is not possible to call method because there is no object. Without creating object, it is not possible to call methods. With only object reference, not possible. Object reference also requires object to call methods. So it is null pointer exception. Equals method checks in object. But where is object? Object is not there. How it will check? That's what error comes. Null pointer exception. So here output is true. Here null pointer exception. See, core Java, this type of logics, many are there. Each and everything I covered. Up to Java 19. All features, latest features also. Records and even sealed classes, everything I covered. Up to Java 19. Switch expressions also. So many latest features also I covered. But if you forget, no use. You should remember subject. Only new features, almost 30-40 features I covered. Only new features, 1 week I taught. Only new features. 2 weeks almost. Lambda expressions only, it has taken more time. Here, S1 dot equals null. S1 dot equals null. Then this is null or not null, it will check. It is null only. So true. But here equals method checks in object. But here object is not there. How it will check? While checking, error comes. That is only null pointer exception. That is only null pointer exception. Is it over? Here. Suppose here Boolean B equal to S1 double equal to null. Boolean B equal to S2 double equal to null. Now give me answer here. Here what is output comes? What happened? Answers are decreased. S1 double equal to null. What S1 contains? Hash code. Hash code double equal to null. False. So here output is false. Here S2 what it contains? Null double equal to null. True. So here output true. Right, this one. Lots of practice required. Only attending classes not enough. So equals method of string class compares contents of string objects, whereas equals operator compares hash code. Equals method of string class compares contents of string objects, whereas equals operator compares hash code. Ready that point? This knowledge is required for writing that program. So today I explained, no? Tomorrow only I'll ask. Again, you'll see how many will give right answer, how many will give wrong answer, I'll show you. Tomorrow only I'll ask. Tomorrow while starting that program, while teaching that program only, again I'll ask question. Again, you will give wrong answers also. I'll show you. Because logical part that is. At least 4 or 5 members I'll show you. Definitely they'll give wrong answer. Tomorrow only I'll show you. Before writing that program, again I'll ask question. You see the notes, see the doubts, answers. Tomorrow we'll see continuation.